This video is of my recent trip down to Kerry to take part in the Kerry Way Ultra. I tried to record as much as I could, though you see that most of the recording is during the first part of the race, during the first day. The second day wasn't quite as much as maybe I intended to, but you'll get to see how I got on and how things went. Well, it is D-Day, yeah, so it's 7:30, 1st of September. Kerry Ultra starts at 10 o'clock, which is good. Plenty of time to get some breakfast, so I'm going to get up now and start applying sun cream and chafing cream and bug repellent and get all the clothes on. I'm going to get some breakfast. Yeah, and let's see how this goes. Forecast isn't fantastic. There's meant to be rain from about midday right through to the evening. I think tonight's meant to be dry, which will be nice for the night section. But we could be soaked before then, so we'll see how it goes. See you at the start line. Nearly go time. Don't actually know what time it is. Nearly ready to go though. Must be about 1:45. It is absolutely beautiful. Not too hot thankfully yet. I'm worried it will be a hot race, but we just have to cope with that. Sun cream has been applied. Plenty of fluids are being carried. Far too much. Yeah, nearly ready to go. Just want to get started on the course. It should be good.
Make sure you have your phones on, okay? It might be you're getting a jail card when you do take the wrong turn. It does happen that someone picks up the phone with 6 missed calls and they're fucking 2 kilometres the wrong way. So it is important to have your phones on. Other than that, we've 2 minutes now. Last few minutes to chill out.
about 10k or so in. Lots of climbing up through the trees. We just passed Torp Waterfall a few minutes ago. Feeling good, feeling nice and fresh. Probably going to be a bit quicker than the shoe, but trying not to push too hard. Morning. Hey Keith.
Well done.
How are you guys?
Best of luck. Keep her late.
Thank you. See you finish. That's the fabulous Keith Lane, last year's record holder. Always proud to say that I stood in the podium beside him last year at the Kerry Way Ultra. Even if he was in first and I was third. His advice to me before this race was run the runnable, walk the hills. Take it handy the first 100k and then see where things are at, and that's what I'm going to try and do. The guy's a legend, very experienced runner. So it is, it's just lovely this. As I sort of thought, it's very like terrain wise to the Kerry Way Ultra, just a bit longer. Keeping going. So actually distance is 9.39 kilometres. Not quite 10k yet. But we're going okay. Feeling strong enough. Average pace is a bit higher. I'm happy. I'm comfortable. That will be adjusted accordingly. Plan with filming this, I'm going to try and share everything, tears and all, if they come. Look at that rainbow. Never seen anything like that in my life. That is the most amazing thing ever. That is unreal. Look at that rainbow. Wow. That is awesome. The sun must be just hitting through a patch of moisture in the clouds. That's the highlight of the race so far. And we're only 10.5 kilometres in. It's warm. This is beautiful. Still here. Wow, that is class. That is just unreal. I wish you could zoom in on that. I've never seen that before. Look at those hills over there. Some beautiful, beautiful hills. Oh, so the rainbows actually maybe would be technically going like this, but we're seeing section, section and section. Cool. Wow. Thank you, Lord. That's a nice one for today. just past a group of elderly walkers. Whole load of them, it's brilliant to see, and they're all taking me breather on the path. As they ran past, a lady asked me, "How far are you going?" I said 200 kilometres. The look on her face, 200 kilometres? And then I heard several gasps as they ran on, as the message passed between the group. Brilliant. Yeah, they're the smart ones. They've lived to this time. They're not doing stupid things like running 200 kilometres in the heat. Oh yeah. Heart rate's a bit high, so a bit of a climb up here. You can see all the runners up at the hedge going over that hedge. I'm just going trying to relax a bit, say my heart rate's just got a bit too high. I think it's this heat. I'm trying to bring it back down again for the long game. And it's very wet here. Don't want to slip either, so just take it easy. I unfortunately have totally dropped Johnston. That was not the intention. And Johnston, if you watch this, I do apologise. We had discussed at the start line we would run the first leg together. And as we were running along, I was chatting to the guy and I realised Justin's way back, and I know he's happy to run his own race. I know you are, Justin, but I do apologise for not sticking to the game plan. I'm just running feel great. There's a lot of runners ahead. Be nice to catch up and run with others for a while. Yeah. It is unbelievably beautiful. Too long since I've been in Kerry. I've forgotten how good it was. Sean's dropped his ribbon. I'm going to pick that up. I'm pretty sure that's Sean's because he got it off me. I just try and remember giving that back to him. So I've had lots of people asking, how do you do these events? How do you run an ultramarathon, and particularly something of this length? Tried to explain to a friend this morning. It's a mental thing, as my wife would say. Yeah, you're all mental, but yeah, you train mentally for it. You can't really train physically for it. You just have to have the right mindset and the willpower. For the like of this distance, I haven't done this distance before or anywhere close to it. How do I do that? It's broken down into stages. The longest stage is under 25 kilometres or thereabouts. That's 25 kilometres is not a big run for me. That's a normal weekly training run. You know, some of them are 13, 14 kilometres. Ordinarily that's a really easy run for me. You know, that's going to take me just over an hour. Obviously there's pace and terrain that's going to be longer, but when you break it down into those stages, don't look at the big picture. Do not look at the big picture, because it's daunting. It really is. But if you cut it down to those stages, you go, well, I'm running 10 races. The first one is 21 kilometres. Once that's done, I have another one which is slightly shorter, and do it like that. Don't let yourself get carried away with the overall picture, and run your own race. And that's hard, because I know I'm quite competitive, but I'm letting people go ahead of me, getting at my own pace, and if I catch people, I catch them. It's going to be a long day. You know, it's going to be another 20-25 hours potentially, maybe more, maybe 30 hours. You know, so you just have to let that go, and each stage has a mini race against yourself. First stop, O'Brien's cottage. Looking for somewhere dry on my body to dry the camera, and it doesn't exist. I am so wet. We have had, I mean, Noah would have been jealous of the rain that we have had. My goodness, unbelievable. There's another flipping gate. But yeah, absolutely. There's 3 or 4 times torrential downpour. So much so that every item of clothing is wet, every item, and there's no drying it out. Now, it's definitely, well, there's a few spits now, but it's still warm. I just really hope I can get dried out for the night section because the temperature will go down a bit. I don't want to get cold. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We're just past the Climbers Inn. Doing okay. Actually, you know, we're a few kilometres in now. The watch says 142 left. I'm feeling quite good actually, my legs. So yeah, just started off with my stride now. I slowed down to what I should be doing. I should have done all along, but it's good now. There's the rain come back again. But if you look over there, we have lovely sunshine. A lovely river, as you can see from the rain. It is starting to tip. That's a lovely section now. Beautiful. Nice little break from the rain too. It's so wet. Flipping tough going this, Lark. Whose flipping bright idea was it to go and run around Kerry? I mean, flip me. Well, 122 kilometres still to go. So, not a million miles from the halfway point. But may I share the view with you right now? Look at the flip. Isn't that unreal? That's, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the Dingle Peninsula across there. That would make sense, wouldn't it? I think so. Oh. And from all accounts, it gets better around the corner. I'm on the audiobooks now. We're on the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and Mr. Frodo has just gone and stuck his finger in it and accidentally disappeared in the Prancing Pony. Another one of these stupid styes. Apparently there are 171 styes in this course. I don't think we're even halfway or close. Woo! Bit of exposure here. Wow! Pardon me. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of an update here, and I've been filming a while. Things were getting pretty tough. Things still are pretty tough. 65k still to go, so we're getting there. There's a cut-off in Sneem at 9 o'clock, and it must be getting about 7. But I've only, I don't even know what I have. Yeah. 9 kilometers to go or something, I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. Wow. Yeah, through the night, my feet are in bits, blisters, toenail hanging off, you name it, and they're like wrinkled prunes. It has been so wet. So thankfully I had a spare set of shoes at the last stop, so I got a few competes on, taped up my toenail to stop it wiggling because it was sore. New shoes and socks, and that has made a huge difference. I mean, it's just pain management from now on, so the feet are sore if I walk and they're sore if I run. If I run, I get it over and done with quicker. That's my thinking. Do more damage, but hey, not much you can do about that. Yeah, lovely to see the morning. Just lovely to see the morning. Oh, another stupid stag. I hate these blinking things. It's so high too. Right, we'll wait until we cross the wee bridge before we run.
Yeah.
I don't think I could run the whole way. run the whole way
I
down.
can wait to get to the gates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait to get to the gates. The next
Yeah.
one is good.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Wait till we got to the gates because we're both that.
Yeah.
And we come in the back and we go under the thing.
Yeah.
And it look good. It is good. Oh, I'm more than a cup of coffee. Oh, he's more than a cup of coffee. I'm going to go to the Tommy, I think. But I can't go like this. Well, I can. I put on my tractor button.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks very much. Ah, look, it's good. Thanks very much. Yeah, thanks very much. We're absolutely good.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're absolutely good. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Here, I had a picture here once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the Irish dog here, the symbol of blue, the burn, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Never heard of anybody having a pet
Yeah,
ever.
so usually you can't really have a pet here. They're wild animals.
You can still smile, that's in the light.
Oh,
Really good, Johnny. Speak to the
yeah. Yeah, we will. Oh, we will. Oh, we like this one. There you go. There you go.
Oh, that's the living of my own.
You got it, that's good work.
That's what you do. That's it.
So you'll have seen from the video that, as I said at the start, most of the footage was from the first day and not really very much into the second day. Part of it, there was a few reasons for that. Anybody who's done these big long races will know that you get tired, and if you're trying to video these things, the last thing you actually want to do sometimes when you're going for 20, 30 hours is to put out the camera and start recording yourself. My legs obviously were tired, my feet were in a bit of a mess as I said in the video, so I ended up from the night onwards pretty much always using walking poles, and when you're using the poles it's very hard to take time to use the camera as well. Also during the night I became very aware of that the time cut-offs. First time cut-off really that I was aiming for, as I said in the video, was coming down towards Sneem was at 9 AM in the morning, and after that I was really chasing the time cut-offs. I was aiming for each cut-off to try and hit the checkpoints about an hour and a half to 2 hours before the cut-off to give myself a bit of a buffer. So that's pretty much the rest of Saturday. That's what I was doing. I was chasing those times, making sure things went as they were meant to go, and that I completed the event. Temple No, my watch actually stopped recording, so it was even more critical in a sense because I didn't have my watch to follow. I didn't have a countdown of the distance. I was trying to use the clock from Ray, so the elderly gentleman you see at the end. Ray and I teamed up around Sneem and did the rest of the course together, so sort of having to constantly check his watch and make a bit of an estimate of what our pace was, and we were grand. We hit the cut-offs with the cushion that we planned to do. Regarding the event as a whole, I have to say it was so much harder than I had anticipated. The Kerry Way Ultra, which I did earlier in the year, and ultimately came first in, maybe gave me a bit of a false hope for this, but going from 84 kilometres to almost 200 kilometres was such a massive step up. Anybody that does big long races will know you go through phases of negative periods, of really mentally challenging periods, and I definitely experienced those, but the course itself was fantastic, and the people that I met and had the pleasure of spending time with during the race made the event It really was a fantastic experience. I am absolutely delighted to have completed it. To have done now a race that's over 100 miles and to complete it my first attempt. The dropout rate on this particular event was more than 50%, so to complete it was just brilliant. Will I go back to Kerry and do it again? I have no immediate plans to do so. I would love to go down and do the Kerry Way with a tent over 5 or 10 days and enjoy it. And the scenery, as I'm sure you saw in the video, the scenery was amazing. We were so blessed with the light. Now, what I didn't capture in the footage is the rain. I know I captured a little bit of it, and I said about how we got wet. There was about 5 or 6 torrential showers where everything got soaked. And I think that's where I had real problems. My feet got wet early on, and that's why they got into such a state. I think the front runners in my race avoided a lot of the showers. The 40-hour race, the tortoise group, they avoided a lot of the showers. They were on through before those showers hit. Would that have made much of a difference? It's hard to tell. I would imagine it would. I wasn't able to run as much because my feet were such a mess. But I completed it within the 36 hours. I had over 2 hours of a cushion at the end. And this is now actually 2 weeks on from the start of the event. I've recovered really well. My feet are so much better than they were. I'm starting to run again. Definitely will do another 100 miler. I sort of have a few plans for next year, a few ideas on the table. But yeah, a brilliant experience and a fantastic course. Definitely highly recommend it to anybody who wants to do a really challenging 100+ mile ultra. It is definitely, it has to be the best in Ireland. It's an amazing course. I mean, I'm a big fan of Kerry anyway, but this was just brilliant. It was so special. I hope you enjoyed the video and the footage, and didn't get too bored listening to my rambling. Guess that's just my style. Please do, if you want, subscribe to the channel. I do plan to try and have more content coming out. I'm going to be trying to do a bit more wild camping this year, the rest of this year, and into next year. So yeah, do keep an eye out for future videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.